All right, we're going to start building our Tricaru team today. In a perfect world, we get it all done in this one session, but we'll see how it goes. It's all going to be in one video regardless, but I might have to split this up into a few different recording sessions. So we've got them all 2A'd, we've got them all 6-starred, they're all ready to go. One thing I did have to do was jump into Punisher's Crypt and get them the artifacts they need so that I had enough defense artifacts, right? Because they need these. So what we're going to go ahead and do is just get these rolling up to 15 because this is 200 free defense, right? On the type and attribute artifact. So for where we're at right now, we don't really care too much about the substats. If we have good ones, great, but we probably don't have a lot of depth. I don't have a lot of depth. So I'm just maxing the ones that I have, and I'm going to get them thrown on the Icarus, and this way we start off right. We want to do this first. We don't want to be looking for the defense, forgetting about the artifacts. So we're going to go ahead and get them all thrown on, okay? So we do that. We also have our references, our sheets for reference, so we know how much defense we need. And if you've seen my guide on Tricaru, you know what I'm talking about. So that tells us how much defense we need plus based on what we've got going on in the game. So we've maxed our guard tower. It's level 20, so we're getting that 20% there. And then our guild, I don't think is quite level 21 yet, actually. We're at 19. So we're going to see if we can't make it happen without that extra 3. I think it's a 3% defense buff, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 3%. We're going to see if we can't make it happen without that 3%. We're talking about what? What is 3% of roughly 700? 10% would be that. I mean, we're talking probably what? 20 to 30 defense. Hopefully we can make it work. So we know that we need usually plus 2381. So I'm probably going to try to get to like plus 24 and some change. Assuming I don't use determination sets. If we decide to use determination sets, then obviously we're going to have a little bit more wiggle room. I don't think I have a ton of good determination runes, though. So let me get this. I think it's this one. Yeah. So if we use one determination set, that takes it to where we need 23, 22. So probably around 2350 if we use a determination set. But we'll start figuring out all that out as we get where we're going. We've got to let these get leveled up, though. How are we looking? It's going to take a minute. I'll probably let this do what it's going to do and come back when they're done, because it's going to take a while, okay? So we'll cut this out and be right back. Actually, no, I take that back. We're going to go ahead and get rolling. We're not going to finish gearing anyone by the time it's done, so whatever. So let's go ahead and just jump in on our first one and look at our guard runes, and let's go ahead and see what we've got going on in our 3 and 5 defense percentage. Now we know that one of our Icarus needs higher accuracy. I like to try to push like 60. I don't know what the actual threshold is off the top of my head, but I like to push like 60. That seems to be working pretty well on the main account. So this one gives us some speed and accuracy. It's a decent defense roll. I don't think we have a lot of crazy defense rolls. This one is not bad. We're not going to get any attack on our slot 3, so we don't have to worry about looking for that. Yeah, we don't have... That one's pretty nice. That's a pretty beefy roll. We'll keep that on standby in case we need it. And then if we've got any here that have speed and accuracy as well, we want to try to kind of consolidate that on one. I kept this around just in case, but probably not. So yeah, we don't have a lot of crazy defense rolls, actually. So maybe what we'll do is we'll start with our 246 and see what we're working with here. So there's a decent amount of attack with a little bit of accuracy. Same right there. So those are actually looking pretty good for us. There's a little bit of attack. Not so great. Not so great. For this situation, potentially worth a reappraisal stone. A little bit of speed, a little bit of accuracy, decent amount of attack, and that's just bad. That can just go. We don't need that. So why don't we start here? We're also going to need to max all these runes. Do we only have 2 slot 4 defense runes? I would have sworn we had... Oh, Shannon's got 1, that's right. And that's got some accuracy on it. So let's go ahead and start getting these maxed. We might be using a couple of reappraisal stones here, because it's important that we get this working. The quicker we get this working, the quicker we can really change the intake of like quality rune sets into our account. So if we have to spend some valuable resources to do it, that's just the way it is. So I'm going to let these 2 roll, and then we might think about hitting reappraisals and seeing what we get. In the meantime, while that's doing that, let's look at our 3 and 5 again. So this one wasn't bad. We didn't hate that. We need to max this one as well. Slot 3 is for sure going to need to be maxed. And then here we've got 13%, 17%. Throw that on in the meantime. We'll throw that on for the defensive stat just to see where it puts us. And then we need to... Why is this still at 110? I feel like that should be rolling up soon. What do we got here? There's a lot of accuracy and a little bit of speed there. That's actually great. We might need a little bit more speed, which perhaps we get with a reappraisal, you know what I mean? Accuracy is not so hot either. No reason for that to be here. Let's just drop that on and see where it puts us. I want to get around plus 40. Plus 40 to plus 50 on speed. So now we're starting to get some levels here. So that's going to go up to 200. So that's going to be... We can add 200 to whatever this number is. We're still waiting on these runes. And once those runes roll, we can start to think about reappraisal. I like that they give us a queue for this stuff. And I like that we can do runes and artifacts at the same time. But the animation is still so slow. That's one thing Raid has going for it for sure, is they added that auto upgrade thing, so you don't spend a lot of time doing this. Because we're going to be here for a minute. Now we're going to get some more defense here. Let's see what kind of grinds we have. We have a few defense percentage ones. We've got 1 for determination, 1 immemorial, a couple of immemorial. And then as our enchanted gems, we've got determinate. We might work a determination set in here. And then that's going to be really... no, actually it's not going to be handy. If we got the 11 roll, maybe it would be I don't know. 7's going to be low though. It's kind of hoping that was wishing that was a grind. All right, so we're at 2317 plus 2317 here. Actually ended up not being too bad. Plus 2317. If we work in a second determination set, that takes us down to 2263, and then with the extra 3% or whatever, we'd probably be on the threshold. So if we can get 2 determination sets in the mix here, we're in good shape. Can we do anything about the speed? I have nothing to enhance any speed, so I'd have to strictly be doing conversions, and I've got only one of those. So we need to try to find him some speed somewhere. Yeah, this is not a pretty rune. It's a rare rune. Why did I think it was a legendary? Where's the legendary that I had that was not good? There was one that was only +9 and it was still gold, so I know I had a legendary somewhere. It's only a blue rune, huh? What's this one? This one's a legend rune. A little bit of accuracy, a little bit of attack. We only have 10 of these, too. We'll give it, like, I don't know, 3 shots. Oh, you could have given me speed there, you jerk. There's a little speed. Not enough, though. Man, this is really tough. Do I have... accuracy? All right, here's what we're going to do. We'll throw this on for now, just to get a good look at it. We're at plus 2317. Let's move on to the next one and prioritize determination sets. We don't have a lot, but we'll see what we've got. So there's defense percentage, there's defense percentage. Both have awful, awful subs. That's got a flat defense for us, though, which could be handy. There's a little bit of speed with a little bit of defense. This was a legend rune. We could see if we get lucky here. Reappraisal stones are more valuable than I'm treating them right now, but again, I think for what we're trying to do, ooh, that's beautiful. For what we're trying to do, this is worth it, and that's gorgeous. That's really, 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 really nice. And we can... We've got these if we need them. 27 is a wonderful roll there. Let's go ahead and max that. And let's see what we've got here. 12%. We could probably afford 12% here with a roll like that on slot 3. And then can we get a second set on him? Maybe not on you. Maybe we're gonna, well, I don't know. We might end up only needing 1 guard set. That's a pretty beefy roll that we got there on slot 3. So let's max, probably gonna need both of these maxed. So let's just go ahead and do that. And then I reckon slot 1. So I guess we'll just Take it to 12. Maybe we get lucky and roll a bunch of accuracy, and we change which one's getting which. Um, Put that on for now, and now let's switch over to guard. I need some speed. There's 11. All right, so let's see where we end up. And if we have to go with like a slower version of this to begin with, if we have to make Verd a little bit tankier to make sure that it's safe, that's fine. But we're going to have to see what we've got going on with our Verd. We're already at plus 2,000, and we don't even have our slot 2 maxed yet. And we've got 2 determination sets in the mix. And we've used no grinds. We're at 38 accuracy before this slot 1 rolls. So if we get lucky, I mean, that's just real gross. It could be a 7. It's 3 to 7, and we got the 3. That's atrocious, but maybe we can get a few 7s. We at in our queue here. So we got crit rate. Give me at least 2 good accuracy rolls, man. Don't be a jerk. Flat HP. I mean, it's 7 to 8 on a 5-star rune. You doing this? You doing this right now? And crit rate, man, terrible, terrible. But it fills the spot, which again. So that'll finish, and then this rune will max, and we'll see what we're looking at. It is currently at 38%. It's going to 63%. Okay. Bro, it's a 5-star rune. Level up. Hurry up. Maybe Summoner's War Reloaded or whatever it's called is going to have something to do with this speeding up. There we go. We got an accuracy roll. So that's going to put us at 45. For some reason, 45 stands out in my head as a threshold. It might not be, but either way, the more accuracy we can get on the build, the better. So we might even get lucky and hit accuracy at 12 here. Attack is also great. Oh yeah, we're gonna be fine here. I think we're a little bit slower than I want to be, which might end up being a problem, but we'll see how it goes. I do have a few levels in my speed tower. I've been putting levels in my speed tower in preparation for this, so. It'd be another 10% here, right? So another 73, so that's going to put us at what, 1983? 84? Which puts us where? 2184. We're still a little low, but like I said, we've got options here if we need them. Like here, I'm more than happy to get rid of that resistance for like this flat defense. I just want to be real sure before I start doing that stuff. I can pop that out and that in and be good. And these are the two determination sets we're going to use. You know what I mean? So we might as well do it. All right, we are back. We had to take a little pause there, but we're back and we're going to pick up where we left off. What exactly were we doing, though, is the question. I believe I was about to... Let me look at what we're doing here. So I think about 22 defense is the difference between our guild not being level 21. So 22 defense. So with two determination sets, which is what we currently have, we need them to be at, let's see, we've got 2,263 plus 22. That puts us at 2,285 is what we need. Plus 2,285. So what we might have to do here is go one determination set on two different Icarus, because we might need that bump that the guard set's going to give us. Okay, so let's take a look at replacing the 1 in 5 here with guard runes. So we need to start with the 5. So there's a 13, there's a 5, there's a 13. Excuse me. There's a 12 with a little bit of speed. Let's take the 12 with a little bit of speed, and maybe we'll get really lucky here and roll attack or accuracy, either way. And then for the slot 1, we've got, there's a attack and a little speed. Attack, speed, and accuracy would be amazing, because he's seeming like he might be our accuracy one. So attack, speed, and accuracy are going to be great here. There's accuracy. I don't think we're going to have that. There's speed and accuracy. It's a little bit of speed. It's not as much speed as we would like to have. So there's a little speed and accuracy, actually. And attack is like a secondary thing. So I guess we're going to do that. And what did I say? 2285 is what we needed, plus 2285. So we're good here. We're good here. So now we just got to get him where we want him. And we're going to need to do that with a determination set for sure. So let's go ahead and see what we've got available. I think this one was going to be in the mix for sure. And probably this one is going to be in the mix. So that we can take those out and go back to guard. Let's go ahead and get our 246 done. Looks like it's going to be this one for slot 2. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I changed the wrong thing. I meant to change this one. Okay, there. I was going to say, I thought we had more options. It's going to be this one for slot 4, regardless. So we'll go ahead and drop that there. We've got... not a lot of great options. There's a little bit of accuracy. We could consider... that one's not bad. Like, we could probably do a little work on that one. That one's not terrible. Let's throw that in and see where we end up. And then preferably one with some speed. That one's got 15 speed. That might be the way we go. I think that's probably going to be the way we go. Okay. So now we need a slot 3. Got to have defense percentage. And I reckon a little bit of speed. It's 11. We're also going to need to max whichever rune it is. We might need to wait and see what our defense is looking like after our 246 gets maxed. Might need to wait and see what our defense is looking like after the 246 gets maxed. Go ahead and apply that. See where we end up, because this might not be that bad. We still got a 246 that got to go to 15. In this next rune, we're going to not only be completing the guard set bonus, but it's also going to have a defensive substat. I think we're probably going to be in the clear as far as getting them to the defense. The issue we might run into could be speed. We might run into an issue with speed. Maybe not. We'll see how it goes. They're slower than I want them to be, but we'll work with what we have to work with and make improvements over time. You know what I mean? I really, really do wish that there was a faster way to power up runes. If we can get away with it, we'll probably have to go with this one, because it's the only one that's got speed. That one's got speed, but it's got bad defense. Plus 40 to 50. I mean, they can probably get away with being a little bit slower than that. We'll probably take a hit sooner, but we might just have to compensate for that with our Verd. We'll have to try real hard to get enough damage to clear the mid-boss. I feel like we're in more danger at the mid-boss with the crystals than we are the actual boss. If those crystals snipe Verd, it's going to make it tough on us. So we need to try to avoid that. So maybe we can get enough damage output that we can kill the mid-boss before we have to take any hits. Excuse me. What's annoying is I can't even look at my stuff while it's rolling runes. I mean, I can do other stuff. It's a cool system, don't get me wrong, but it should be faster. I do think it should be faster. And it would be nice if I could at least look at the options I'm going to have. I mean, I guess it doesn't even know the 4th substat yet, so I guess I understand why it won't let me look, but also relax. Let me look. It won't let me do it on a legendary rune either, and it knows the 4th stat. But I guess it doesn't know the value, so whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever, dude. Still not 15. I've had runes take I feel like I've had runes take 10 minutes to go from 14 to 15. So we're going to get another 73 or so from this roll. $74. Oh yeah, it's rounding up. Okay. Might be able to make. I mean, there's not a lot we can do. We can't grind accuracy. So accuracy, we're going to just have to find. We can enchant some in later, but it'll be a matter of getting the gem. I would pay double mana to just max this rune. I would pay double the cost per roll if this would be faster. I might even consider paying triple. We got flat defense here too, which will be helpful if we need it. I may have said that earlier. We've got plenty of room for grinds on the defense. I don't think the defense is going to be an issue for us. So that puts us at 1853. So let's see if we did. Ooh, I don't know, actually. It's going to be close. I might need to go ahead and just max this. What's that put us at speed-wise? We maxed this one. How are we looking? That gives us a usable amount of speed. I think that speed is comfortable for me. I can deal with that. Clear all this out. That reappraisal stone that gave us that 20, was it 27 defense? That was beefy, dude. That was nice. Really clutch considering we only had 10. What do we need to be at? What did I say we need to be at? 2286 probably. 2285, 2286. 2286 to be safe probably. How much is a maxed out? 160? So we're getting 26 more here. So we are going to have to hit him with a couple of grinds, but I still don't think we're going to have trouble getting there. 2285, I think, is the threshold we're looking for. And we can't do that until it's done rolling. So what do we got? That's got 11. That's got 12. Again, we've got flat defense. But I bet we can get it on the 3 and 5. If we have, I'm pretty sure I have defense grinds too. So we're at 2205. We need 80 more. We need 80 more. Can we make that happen? We've got 1 immemorial for grinds. So we're going to go for it. Okay, we've got... Give me the 6. Give me the 6. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. All right, we need 36 more. 36 more. $36 more. Boy, it's killing me with these minimum rolls. All right, we need 16 more, if I'm not mistaken. So this does it. He's not critting anyway. So that does it. They all should be over the threshold that we need them to be at. We can do things over time to increase their attack and stuff, but I believe they're all over the defense threshold we need them to be. We've got 47 accuracy, 41 accuracy here. And two of them are above 30. Let's see if we can get him a little bit faster. I would like him at least above plus 30. Let's see if there's anything we can do about that. I don't think there is. I've got one conversion. And again, they're not landing crits anyway. I could throw that in. That would help a little bit with the speed. I think I might take I think I'm going to take his crit damage, because again, I think we can afford to not have the crit damage. Maximum roll too, nice. I think that puts us at plus 30. So they're all at least plus 30. So that should be okay. That should be usable. So now what we can do, Verd needs a rework too. More than likely. Almost certainly. How fast is he? That puts him at 143. So he needs to be a little bit slower. So what we're going to do, we're going to go into the World Arena screen. And look at ruining him. So let's... Is there a way to quick remove all? I feel like there is, but I don't see the button. Maybe I'm blind. Okay, so we need him under... I think our slowest one is 138. So we need him under 138. And I probably almost certainly don't have rage. I have the rage set the game gave me with him. So let's, I guess we'll see what it looks like. He's slow enough if he doesn't get another point of speed. Not enough crit rate though, so unless we've got some banger blade runes. Let's see if that gets speed at 12. We'll go ahead and throw it on. And then what do we got here? There's a little crit rate. We're probably going to need a pretty beefy crit rate roll. That one's not bad. I think that's 52 plus 43. That is 95. That is not going to cut it. 95 is not enough for what we are doing. So let's head back over to our rage runes and see if we can do better. This has 10 crit rate. We probably can't do better. I mean, we just have no rage. You know what I mean? That's kind of the problem. Is that we just don't have the rage runes. Those need to go. I don't know why they're still here. That's a shame. His attack's a little low anyway. But that would be decent, actually. That would be kind of decent, but it's not going to work. We don't have... It can't be 95. It has to be 100. And I literally don't have another rage rune to replace it with. So, back to the drawing board. I meant to hit this. And we're going to get him naked. Because I just think it's easier to see. So let's take a look at our fatal, because it's probably going to have to be fatal. I'm going to really try to not go crit rate slot 4. I really want to not go crit rate slot 4. So let's start with a crit damage rune and just see what we've got. I don't know why I keep doing that. There's 15 crit rate. All right, so we've got a 15 crit rate on a fatal. Let's see what we got on blade. All right, so it's definitely going to be the fatal for slot 4, okay? So let's drop that. Slot 4 can be out. Now, let's take a look at our blade runes and see what we're looking like for our crit rate subs here. There's 13. That's not bad. There's 15 with an attack sub as well. There's crit rate with a little bit of HP, which we're also going to need. So that's worth considering. There's 14. What's a slot 2 looking like in Fatal? Do we have a better slot 2 than that? 16 with resistance and defense. Oh, but that's speed. That's attack with 11. So I think Bladel wins this round. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and max that and throw it on just to get an idea of what we're looking at. Slot 2's done. We can take a look at slot 6 real quick. Looks like it's going to be fatal slot 6. Oh, it's not going to be fatal slot 6. We're going to have to take Charlotte's Rune to make this work. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. But if it has to be done, it has to be done. It's more important that we start farming dragon. It's faster than that Charlotte has that rune. You know what I mean? Most of what I'm using Charlotte for is not that important right now, except TOA. And we can slot her in another rune that'll make, she'll be fine. You know what I mean? She can live without that rune. All right, so our 246 is done. And we're done with Blade. So now it's fatal all the way across. And so we also need to see what we're looking at here. We're at 61 crit rate. We can get a little bit more speed, and we need a lot more attack. So let's snoop around. There's, ooh, that's not bad. This is actually not bad. Let's take it to 12 and throw it on. Get an idea of what we're looking at here. That puts us at 73 crit rate. There's a crit rate and attack. There's a good bit of our speed that we need, actually. That might be worth thinking about. And then slot 1, this puts us at, what's that, 82? So we need a pretty beefy crit rate sub here. And I don't know if we have one that beefy, so we might have to move some more stuff around. We do have one that beefy. We could even lose 2. I think we're 2 over what we need. So we could have a 10 crit rate sub with a little bit more speed. We could take Charlotte's Rune if we wanted it. We can max our slot 1 for a little bit more attack, and then we can look around and try to hit him with some glyphs as well. So let's go ahead and max this. Now he's going to need more HP too, so we're probably also going to look around and see if there's opportunities to like glyph in some HP percentage, maybe grind glyph, gem in some HP percentage, and then grind up. We can grind up his speed a little bit. I think this is probably the build, though. I think this is probably what we're working with here. We're not in bad shape here. We're a little low on the crit damage, but that's probably okay. If he can stay alive, it'll probably be okay. Hurry up. You know, we could probably just max this too. He's going to need the HP. We're going to have to max that too. So that's good. So we can go ahead. I think it's safe to say we can go ahead and move this build over. I think it's safe to say we can move this over. So we're looking pretty decent on attack. It's not bad. Not too bad. HP is going to go up a little bit, and then let's see. We can look for. We can look to gem in, maybe HP percentage there. He could lose some of that resistance for some HP percentage if we've got it. Plenty of room for HP percentage. He can lose that accuracy. We don't need that. See if we've got any grinds. I think there's probably some room to be. I mean, we don't have a ton. Obviously, we're not going to have a ton. We haven't really been in raids yet. But certain rewards throughout the game, doing Tartarus every day. Let's see what we've got to work with here. We can work in an HP percentage. We're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to hit him with that as well. We're going to do this so I don't have to keep seeing this screen. We've got attack percentage we can hit him with here. We're going to go ahead and do that. Crit damage, it's already got. Yeah, that's all fine. Slot 2. Let him keep everything he's got there, I think. We might drop the accuracy for the defense. We might consider that. All right. Okay. Let's give him this for the resistance. Let's give him the beefy HP. And then let's go ahead and hit this as well. We want to give him every bit of help we can. And we haven't even started on our towers yet. So this is only, if this works now, it only gets better as we progress through the game. It only gets better from here as we make our towers better and stuff. Nothing here I'm willing to lose. Okay, so that's what he's looking like. Let's jump in and give it a go. If it doesn't work, I don't really know what to do. Hit our towers a little bit harder, I guess. 10,000 mana, what a shocker. I hit Monster the other day and got a Fire Amazon, and that's just heartbreaking. That's just heartbreaking when that happens. Dragon. Let's see if it even works. We need to do boss, boss. All of our team ups are working. That's a good feeling. We're landing defense downs. Come on. Close. Not gonna be safe though. Not gonna be safe. Not gonna be safe. We need a little bit more, probably a little bit more reliability. The cooldown thing hurt us real bad there too. We've got to improve our damage output a little bit. But it's operational, at least. So that's a good thing. We're able to hit the defense threshold. So I think now it's a matter of possibly like maxing this. Just every little bit of damage we can get. We take. It's a shame that's not a 6-star, but it is what it is. We got to do what we got to do. And then we really... I feel like I've heard 45 accuracy is the threshold, but I feel like I'm more comfortable around 60, but I just can't make that happen right now. I can check my artifacts. I don't have very many is the problem. Maybe there's like a skill 1 accuracy I can put on one of them. We might have to farm these a little bit. Co-op damage. Co-op damage. Counterattack damage. Let's actually be one with the determination at 3 and 6. Give you this one. A little bit more co-op attack damage will suit us just fine. In the meantime, can we hit our speed tower again by chance? Oh my god. Close. Okay. All right, let's clear out some of this stuff in the meantime. Knock out some other days. Y'all are just hanging out at this point. We're just hanging out. Y'all are just hanging out with me while I do stuff. At this point, it's going to be a matter of tweaking. I'm hoping we can get it. We can get this successful run in this video, or in this sitting. I guess I won't put the video up till we do get a successful run, or till it does work. What are we doing? So 2 more there. I feel like these don't take as long as runes. That's probably not accurate. I don't know why they'd be any faster, but knock out some of these dailies real quick while we're sitting here. We've already got one Ifrit, right? Didn't we do? Yeah, we have Tessa. I don't think we've gotten our second Ifrit yet, though. Go ahead and grab our second Ifrit. Oh, our thing's full. Never mind. Do this first. Who we guessing? I haven't pulled a wind Ifrit since I've been back, which is fine. I don't necessarily want one, but I haven't pulled one since I've been back. Is that another Tessa? Sweet, we'll take it. Do that stuff later. We getting there yet? At least on the last rune? We're not. We're still on the guard rune, bro. Hurry up. I really want this dude to work. I've been trying him out in Siege. It's the problem is getting him on a good build with the runes that I have available to me right now. I just don't. I need him to have high accuracy. I want him to be pretty defense heavy. I'm trying out some stuff. I just don't have a lot of runes at my disposal. I feel like with some decent rune quality though, I think there's a lot of potential. There's been times where I've gotten him to work, and it's really good. I think the issue is that I'm going to need accuracy and resistance because. He can still catch a defense break when he's in his gargoyle state. And that's not great. He can't be crowd controlled or anything, and he takes less damage. But when he catches a defense break, it's still kind of bad. So I think he's kind of stat hungry, but I think as far as effectiveness goes, I think he's pretty dope. So we're going to figure out a way to use him, I think. In Siege and stuff. All right, that one's done. That's just a 5-star. If our artifact is done, we're going to give it another go. Let's jump in. We got to get that mid-boss down. I think we could be okay at the boss. Like I said, as long as Verd doesn't get one-shotted, we're okay at the boss. It's that mid-boss. It's those crystals dropping defense down, and then it's catching that cooldown before the wave ends that is not ideal for us. Man, we're so close. We're so freaking close, dude. We managed to sneak out before catching the hit from Zyros, but the problem is if the 2 crystals like team up on Verd, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? If both of them hit Verd, it's a wrap. But we only need a little bit more damage to get him out of there. So let's see if we can get the win here. How low can we get him before the immunity goes up? The damage goes down so much slower than on my main account. All right, we didn't get one-shotted. Okay, so what's that about? Probably 55% before immunity goes up? Can you steal enough health to not get wiped here? We're so close. And we did it. We did it. It does still need a little bit of work. We need a little bit more damage, and I mean just a little bit more damage. Okay. We'll go ahead and level that to 12 right now. I mean, if that's not a testament to getting this done. Who can that go on? He'll lose a lot of accuracy. Still decent. Maybe eventually we work him into maybe we get better determination. We can move some stuff around, and he gets a new slot 1 that's guard. But yeah, I think, and it might even be something that I can do right now. Like, well, I can't go in and look, but like all these extra attack percentages around, I can go in and try to glyph and get their attack up. Like he's at 314, 276, 425. 425 is fine. If I can get the other two up close to this level, I'll probably be pretty content with that. And then Verd, we're going to work to bump up over time as well. I might look to get, he needs another artifact too. That might be the difference maker right there. I think I didn't have, type artifacts until today. I just cleared PC. I just started farming Punisher's Crypt today. So, skill 2 crit damage, skill 4 crit damage. Additional damage by speed. I guess I'm going to give him this one, even though he's not going to be skill 2ing super frequently. We'll give him this one for now, and I'll give Lauren the other one. But that probably will fix it. That's probably the difference maker right there. I would think, anyway. So what we get? 15 speed, some attack, a little bit of HP. We swap that out for some resistance later on. That's actually not bad. This is going to give Verd. Verd was at not this much attack. He's going to have quite a bit more attack now. So I'll tell you what, we'll let that finish rolling. We'll do one more run and see how it goes. This might be the little bump we need to push us over the threshold. And you know what we actually can go ahead and do? Let's grab that. Just to give him a little bit of a push. Attack would help all of them, but I think Verd's damage scales so much higher, I think I'd rather give a little bump to crit damage. So let's just give a couple of bumps to crit damage here. And then I reckon while we're doing that, we can now we'll buy the attack. Those don't take as long as runes. I don't care what anybody says. All right, let's see how it goes this time. Can we get the mid boss out of there before the crystals get to hit us? See, that resistance I don't like. I don't like that resistance. There we go. That's much better. That's much better. I think we still had a couple of turns to spare as well. Got the defense down up early. About the same on the dragon's health, which I find interesting. But if nothing else, Bird should be hitting a little harder, so he should be able to lifesteal a little bit better. I think we're good. And again, it only improves from here. We've got speed tower that's going to help us. We've got attack tower, crit damage tower, fire tower, water tower. We've got a lot of bonus stats coming from towers that are going to be very helpful for us, as well as eventually we're going to start working our way into raids and getting our hands on some more grinds and enchants and being able to make these runes better. Also, as well as farming better runes. You know what I mean? Now we're going to start getting better guard runes. We're going to be able to make improvements, but we've done it. I think we're good to go. We might get a fail occasionally, but I think for the most part we're good. Might need a couple of minor tweaks, but at this point it only gets better. Like I was saying, we only make improvements from here. So that's it. I don't know how long this video is going to end up being because I had to chop it up into 2 different recording sessions. But hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully it was helpful. I know a lot of you said you wanted to see me do this, so here it is. If you have any thoughts or questions you want to drop below, go for it. And that's it. I'm getting out of here. I appreciate y'all. I'll catch you later.